Quentin Tarantino has made it crystal clear that he's no fan of Marvel or its superhero-filled universe. He's slammed the MCU for being more about spectacle than story. But believe it or not, there's one comic book movie that has Tarantino's respect. Spoiler, it's not Marvel. Ever since Reservoir Dogs dropped in 1992, Quentin Tarantino has cemented himself as one of cinema's most recognizable names. Known for his sharp dialogue and a trademark style that blends violence with artistry, Tarantino's a guy who knows his stuff. His films have that obsessive attention to detail. Everything feels like it was made by someone who genuinely loves movies. But there's one thing Tarantino doesn't love: superhero and comic book movies. He's never been shy about calling them out for being not real cinema. Too much flash, not enough substance. However, in a surprising twist, there's one comic book movie that even he respects. And nope, it's not Marvel, it's Sin City. During an interview, Tarantino talked about visiting the set and how he was blown away by the way the movie perfectly captured the essence of a comic book. He didn't just see Sin City as an adaptation. It was more like they'd ripped the pages straight out of Frank Miller's graphic novel and brought them to life. And he didn't shy away from admitting that Mickey Rourke's performance as Marv played a huge part in what made the movie work. In fact, Tarantino was quick to point out that while motion capture might have been an option for a character like Marv, it would have been a huge mistake. He believed that casting a real actor, especially someone like Rourke, was what gave Sin City its edge. Sure, you could have just drawn the character, he said, but you wouldn't have gotten that performance. Rourke's gritty, larger-than-life portrayal of Marv was, in Tarantino's eyes, the glue that held the whole thing together. Without it, Sin City wouldn't have been the same. For someone as critical of comic book adaptations as Tarantino, Sin City managed to tick all the boxes. It had style, it respected the source material, and it didn't just rely on CGI tricks to get by. While Tarantino was all about Rourke's performance, Bruce Willis also played a major role in making Sin City stand out. The thing is, Willis didn't come in through Tarantino's door. It was Robert Rodriguez who pitched him the idea, and all it took was a quick test reel. Rodriguez showed up with a tape, and within a minute of watching it, Willis was like, "I'm in." That's how fast Sin City grabbed his attention, and why not? Willis was already known for playing tough guys, but his role as John Hartigan wasn't just another action flick. It was noir on a whole different level, combining Willis's classic tough cop vibe with Sin City's moody, gritty visuals. Plus, the film's unique look, black and white with splashes of color, wasn't just cool, it was something Willis had never seen before. That's what sold him on it. Now let's get back to why Sin City stands out so much for Tarantino. It's no secret that he's not a fan of superhero movies. In fact, he's trashed them more than once, calling them not real cinema, and criticizing how they rely on CGI and post-production magic instead of practical effects. Tarantino's all about capturing the moment, right there on set. If it didn't happen in front of the camera, to him, it doesn't count. During a 2022 interview with Howard Stern, he admitted that if superhero films had been as big in the 80s as they are now, he might have been into them as a comic book nerd. But these days, nah, they're not his thing. Sin City, though, was different. It nailed the gritty, hands-on feel that Tarantino respects, and even though it had some high-tech visuals, it never lost that raw, practical edge. It wasn't just a comic book movie. It was a full-on graphic novel come to life, and that's what set it apart from the superhero crowd in Tarantino's eyes.